a slightly longer weekend this week, that I would go ahead and walk you through my painting process. Now, remember that I am not a professional nail artist, so don't have super high expectations for what you are about to see. But what I typically do when I do my nails is I first file them to kind of help shape them and even them out just a bit. Now, I don't like the sound of a nail file, so I went ahead and did that before I started filming. So we'll skip to the next step that I do, which is evening out my nails. So every once in a while, I'll get like a little chip in the nail, not the whole nail, but just a little layer. So I'll even it out, smooth it, buff it, and then shine it. And we'll just go ahead and do this with all of my nails. It's kind of windy out today, so don't mind that. But this shouldn't take too long. My nails are already pretty evened out, so I'm not too worried about it. But we'll just do a little bit. I hope that you are having a nice day, or that you had a nice day. Just buffing, buffing. There we go. And now they've all been evened. So the next step, and it's nice because this little filer even tells you what the steps are. Next we're gonna smooth the nail. Smooth, smooth, smooth. I was wanting to do a video like this sooner, but I got badly burned on some tea the other day. So I was just waiting for that to heal up. Okay, now it's been smoothed, and next we will buff. So the other thing that I like to do to take care of my nails is I like to apply a cuticle cream to the beds. So each night after I'm done brushing my teeth and cleaning my face and doing that whole thing, I'll apply some lotion to my hands, as well as cuticle cream to help keep them soft and moisturized. And a little bit goes a long way, which is nice too. Okay, so we have buffed our nails, and next we are going to shine them. Now, since we're going to be putting nail polish over them, the shining part isn't that important. And I'm sure some people would maybe even argue that this whole process wasn't super necessary, but I did have a small section of my nail that kind of lifted a little and flaked away, so it did need to be evened out a little anyway. But I figured the gentle sound of this was kind of nice. There. So, now that we've done that, we can move to the next step, which is a base coat. So, this is the Sally Hansen Complete Care 7-in-1 Nail Treatment. The directions say to shake gently, apply 1 coat as a base, let dry, apply 2 coats of color, let dry, should be able to scoop up some of the excess gently and transfer it to other nails. As you can tell, I don't do this for a living, but I do it for fun when I have the time. I don't typically apply nail polish every weekend because it's not worth it to just have to take it all off at the end. Because weekends always go by so quickly. But I'm also worried that I would forget to take it off at the end of the weekend, and that I would then accidentally show up to work wearing it still. We've had people do that before. It's not the end of the world. And I've been meaning to keep a little emergency nail polish removal kit in my desk. Just a little nail polish remover and some cotton balls or something. Okay. There we go. So that is on. And we'll just let that dry for a bit. And we'll just leave that there. I'll even set it right there so you can keep track of our progress. There. I'll even put this right there too, so we can keep track. We fixed up our nails, and now we added that treatment. So, just let our nails sit for a bit. Just gently blowing on them. Okay. And in the meantime, while it's drying, we can just chit-chat a little bit. I remember as a kid, my mom had a huge green bucket, and it was just filled with different colored nail polishes and clear coats like this. And I always thought it was so fun to watch my mom paint her nails. I would only sometimes let my nails be painted. I wasn't super duper big into it, just because I didn't love the smell of nail polish. Something about it I did not enjoy. Which is interesting because I have some friends who really like the smell. It's kind of fun looking back to when I was young and thinking about all the times my mom would paint my nails for me. Alright, those are feeling pretty dry now. And that's the other thing too. I'm not too worried if it doesn't turn out perfect, because I'm just gonna take it off again in a couple of days. So, for the color, we have some choices. We have this one from LA Colors. We have this one that's also from LA Colors. And then we have this third one from OPI. Now, I don't know how well the colors show up on camera. It is kind of bright, but this one is kind of like a plummish purple. I believe the color is called Infinite. It's kind of bright and shiny, but it's infinite. It's a pretty fall color. And then we also have this kind of pink one with a hair on it. Ew, get off. I think this one is called, well, I don't know. It's called something. I don't see. We'll just call it peach. It's kind of like a peachy, orangish color. It screams more summer to me, but with the summer coming to an end and rolling into fall, it's sometimes fun to still have that pop of color. And then this one is from OPI, and it is one of my favorite colors. I used it a lot. Probably the most popular color I've used. And this one is called Lincoln Park After Dark. I like it. It's almost black. It's like a very, very, very dark purple. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's just dark purple and not black. But when you apply it, that's when it becomes more obvious. So, I figured we could pick a cute fall kind of color. So, this one I will set aside. I had a bunch of other colors too, but I kind of narrowed it down to 3 for this video. And now we're left with this kind of cute purple. And this is a nice dark one. So, I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm not sure which direction I want to go. But I think I'm going to go with this one. I'll do this one another weekend. And I've used this one so often that I think it'd be fun to switch it up. And use this one instead. So, Lincoln Park After Dark. We'll have to see you next time. Alright, so supposedly this one lasts up to 10 days. But it won't last that long because I will be taking it off. So we'll give this a gentle shake just to help mix it. Sometimes nail polish will start to separate over time. So you just have to give it a good little mix. There, like that. Alright. Oh, there we go. And sometimes it gets a little stuck if some of the nail polish starts to dry. There we go. There we go. Alright, so I usually start with my left hand. And kind of like with the clear coat, it's better to start with less and then add more. So, there we go. There's one layer. Now let's add a second nail with polish. Now, I do not have great precision when it comes to painting my nails. I kind of go with the spray and pray tactic where I just kind of get it all over my nail and then take off the excess later when it gets a little more dry. Just because it's a little tricky for me. This one had some kind of little chunky on it, so that already messed up. But that's okay. Like I said, this is just for fun. There we go. And now this nail. I like this nail color because it's just a little splash of color. It's not too distracting. Although those fun, bright colors can be a lot of fun as well. Okay, that's the first hand. Now we'll just gently blow on it. Frankly, I feel like that first layer looks really good as is. I don't think I necessarily need to go back for a second, especially if I'm just going to take it off shortly. But we'll see. We will see. Alright, now for the hard part, is doing my right hand. I am not left-handed, so this is a little bit tricky for me. Brushing, brushing, brushing. Do you ever paint your nails? And if so, do you have like a favorite go-to color? Or do you switch it up a lot? Yeah. Like I said, my go-to color was that Lincoln Park After Dark. And I really liked it. But it's fun to switch it up every once in a while. And I'll also add, I think I just bumped my pinky on the little table that I have here, so that's great. Have you ever gone to get your nails done, like at a salon or something like that? I'd gone a couple times. Oh man, I really got my finger in there. That's rough, but oh well. As I was saying, I'd gone a couple of times when I was a teenager. My mom would take me for like a school dance or something. I think it was like my first homecoming I ever went to. My mom took me to get my nails done. And that was fun. But I always get so nervous just gently, gently blowing on them. I heard that supposedly you could run your nails under cold water and that would help them dry faster, which is something I've never tried before. I think I tried it once, but I had a much, much too thick layer of nail polish on, and as a result, it ended up getting smudged. Like the top layer of the nail polish was dry, but then the bottom layer and the inside layer, I suppose, was still kind of liquidy, so it looked all mushed. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's part of why you don't want to have a super duper thick layer of nail polish. It's better to do thinner layers and build up. Thinner layers, thinner layers. Okay. Really like how this turned out. You'll get to see the nails for a couple of videos after this. So that'll be enjoyable at least. You'll get to see it when it all happened. Typically, my nails are short and unpainted, but they're a little bit longer today, which will be better for scratching. But every once in a blue moon, I'll just get some of those like press-on nails. Nothing fancy. And I'll use those in a video or two. But it's kind of interesting because some people absolutely hate those nails, which is fine. You can't please everybody, but I'll wear it in like one video and I'll get a bunch of comments about how they hate the nails and they're now unsubscribing, and I'm like, okay, that's fair. I respect your decision. But it's like, you know, it's not like I'm wearing the nails all the time. That's okay. People are free to come and go as they please. That's the beauty of it. So, who knows? I'm sure there will be somebody who dislikes my nails having color in a couple of videos, and that might cause problems. You never know. But as long as we're having fun, I'm not hurting anybody, then I'll just kind of continue to do what I find enjoyable. Alright, so now that these have been painted, they feel pretty dry. I wonder if it has a dry time on here. was the cutest thing. So, I guess while I didn't paint nails at any slumber parties, I did take out people's Nintendogs and took them for walks instead. Alright, well, now I'm just going to sit back and relax and let my nails dry. Later today, after they're more dried, I'll go and clean up that area where I got a little crazy, got a little out of control, but that's fine. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you had a wonderful time. Bye-bye.